I'm here to warn people. You keep telling me to shut up. This isn't a game.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
And Joycam's got a new video out up on Infowars.com. TSA now hiring. And it breaks down just the incredible activities of the TSA in a dark, satirical way. Right now, let's go to John in Michigan. You're on the air. Thanks for holding, sir.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I want to talk about Fukushima and up here in Michigan, right over in Canada, they're trying to bury a bunch of nuclear waste. And it's kind of crazy because, earlier in the year, the General Accounting Office, part of Congress, did that investigation on all the nuclear plants. And up here in Michigan, right in the Great Lakes area, we had 4 power stations that all had high-level violations, and they closed down the one in Wisconsin recently because it was so many violations. And earlier in the year, the Palisades nuclear facility, it's in western Michigan, it actually leaked radioactive water into the Great Lakes.
Oh, no, I saw that at the time. It was like, oh, yeah, we release tens of thousands of gallons of radioactive waste. It's no big deal, though. And the problem is these reactors are all 35, 40 years old and rotting. And people say, don't bury it in the desert inside these vaults. That's a lot better than storing it all at the power plants because nobody will take it in the middle of populated areas. So, and I understand people in Arizona, New Mexico saying not in my backyard, but it's better to stick it out in the middle of the desert inside giant underground caves and vaults that have already been built where it's literally going to take thousands of years to leak out instead of where it's leaking out currently. I mean, it's just such a mess because everybody just pushes stuff off. Everybody just says, oh, well, we'll let somebody else handle it. And that's why we're just not up to nuclear power. We just cannot do it correctly. Go ahead.
Yeah, they want to bury this nuclear waste in the Ontario Power Generation Corporation. It wants to bury 400 meters from Lake Huron, 71 million cubic feet of nuclear waste. It's not like high-level waste, it's low-level waste, but why does that have to be buried 400 meters from a lake, It's kind of crazy, that proposition.
It is, my friend. Good to hear from you. It's all part of the madness. They've got the GM health fears, complete nonsense, says British Environment Secretary, the London Guardian reports. It's always nonsense the government's dealing drugs. Nonsense there's police brutality. Nonsense there's corruption in the courts. Nonsense. Nonsense that we want to take your guns, even though we openly want to take your guns. Nonsense. Nonsense that NAFTA and GATT has gotten rid of our jobs, even though it has. Nonsense that Obamacare doubles and triples the prices. Nonsense there's death panels, even though there are. Nonsense. Nonsense you can keep your doctor. Nonsense. Nonsense you didn't build your business. Your kids aren't your kids. Nonsense that parents should be over their children. Nonsense. No, it's all just this confidence game. Oh, everybody knows Ted Cruz is discredited. Do you hear about him getting discredited for criticizing Obamacare? Yeah, he's really discredited now because it all came true, exactly what he said. Alex Jones got discredited, did you hear? He said a bunch of years ago they'd use drones against farmers and people, and we're setting up a Rural Affairs Bureau with carbon taxes. Oh, they're doing it now. Nonsense. 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 I mean, that's the London Guardian. Look at this. Look at this chump if you're watching us on TV. Just another arrogant, know-it-all, frat boy punk who thinks that his BS... You guys give me a document cam on this? Thanks. Look at this photo right here. GM health fears, complete nonsense, says British Environment Secretary. Look at his arrogance. I mean, every study on the GMO crops that grow pesticide in them is that it kills the bugs that eat it and causes liver problems in humans and all sorts of reproductive problems and cancer. And it's an absolute fact, you piece of crap. You think it's funny that cancer rates in England are 3,000% what they were in the 50s, just like here, and that England and the U.S. lead the world in cancer? You like everybody dying, you eugenics bastard? I know who you are, you scumbag, you eugenics cult member, you enemy, you I'm telling you, these people are our enemies. And I'm not trying to put on an act here getting angry. I literally look at this guy's face. Owen Patterson. I mean, look at that look. They always have this self-satisfied pretty boy look, like they've got all the answers because they know how to BS everybody and cheat humanity and literally crap all over everyone with their poisons and then sit there and laugh at us while you guarantee, just like all the Monsanto scientists and the elites, this guy eats nothing but organic and filtered water and goes to spas all day. And I am sick of people like this piece of crap. Just like Monsanto with their Agent Orange killed 2 members of my family, and I'm sick of you, and I hate you bastards. You are contributing to the downfall of society, you maggot! That's right, folks. That's what's going to save us, is caring about your children. That's what's going to save us from scum. Like the UK Environment Minister that says any concern about any GMO crops is, quote, complete nonsense, when on record in studies in the US, Germany, China, you name it, it's killing the honeybees, it's causing mutated viruses to kill all sorts of animals. I mean, it is just unbelievable. I've had all the big top scientists on. One guy was making $3 million a year from the UK, and they came out with a new potato that basically killed and sterilized the rats. So he said, we can't release this. And they said, shut up. I've had Russian scientists on. They're like, we're feeding the rats this GMO soy, and they're all becoming sterile. And they said, that's the whole point. And then they sit there. Look it up. Monsanto has been known for 15 years, since 1999, to only have organic food and filtered water in their cafeterias, in their closed reservations. It's like military bases getting on there. And it's all need to know. They can stack up to 100 different traits into a proprietary crop, and then it's federal and international law. You can't ever look at it or release what's really in it because it's patented. I mean, this is total weaponized takeover, but according to the Environment Minister, it's complete nonsense. That's just his argument. Oh, it's just complete nonsense. This is the type of garbage that we deal with as a society. I think he should be sentenced for endangering the public well-being and putting out disinfo to eating only McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken 3 times a day. And he will look like the rest of the mutated, self-propelled stomach, soft-killed people out there on the street. That literally look like they've just been living inside a nuclear reactor for 5 years. I mean, let him eat all the fast food with the plastics in it and have his kidneys fail. But you can look at Twinkle Toes and guaranteed that guy exercises twice a day, is all in, goes skiing in Switzerland and everything else, and just, and only eats organic, and then says, preposterous, you will eat his little navies. I'm going to go to your phone calls. We've got breaking news in minutes with Kit Daniels at Infowars.com. He's about to bring me the story in as soon as he prints it. The post office is now making a giant ammo buy. This is like 2.5 billion bullets in the last 3 years, and now the post office is buying them. And of course, we broke 2 years ago. They're building secret rooms now for during civil emergencies in the post offices. They're using all these federal buildings as all these non-military federal buildings as fronts to basically put in clandestine substations. They're fully militarizing against us and spending hundreds of millions per Social Security office to hire XZ-type mercenaries, Blackwater mercenaries. I mean, this is getting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy. And all I'm doing is sitting here desperately warning people over and over again of the peril. The absolute, total, and complete peril of what's going on. Hey, Nico, I can't do it because I'm on air. Are they going to tweet that centerfold of the magazine? I'll do it. Somebody just sends it to my phone. I'll do it. I'll do it. I can go to break and do it. I guarantee you I can do it. I'm ready to do it. I want to do it. I want to send stuff out. I want to fuck. I'm going to do it. I can't help it. Watch this move. I'm going to screenshot this right now in here, and I'm going to send it out this way. Watch this move. And then we're going to go back to your phone calls and then go to these stories. I got a glare here. If somebody will hold this up, I'll take a photo and we can send it out this way right now. Here we go. Just hold that up for me right there, Nico. Thank you very much. And, oh, look at that. Cannot take photo. It's full. I've been shooting so much stuff, so let me go into settings. Let me go into videos. And let me delete some of these videos I've been shooting here. Doesn't matter. It's going to happen. Going to happen. Look at, I've been recording all of Weldon's music last night. Even though it's good, I've got to erase one of these. I didn't back this phone up yet. Okay, here we go. Take a photo. See how we do right here. Up, still doing it. See, I'm being frustrated. Okay, let me borrow your phone. I'll take a shot, send it to my phone, send it out, because I'm not going to wait 3 days to send this out. We're going to do it right now. It's going to happen right now. Yeah! Yeah! Going to do it right now. Going to send it out. Going to tweet it. I wanted this tweeted days ago. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. What's the issue? They just can't get it, or what's going on here? Go ahead. All right, we're going to go ahead and do it right now. It doesn't matter. I'm doing it right now. There you go. There you go. We're going to send this out right now. Okay, flash is on. I'll take that flash off. I'll take that flash off. We're going to send this out. Not the issue. I just wanted this tweeted out days ago. What? All right, send that to me, and I'll tweet it out if it doesn't happen in the next 3 minutes. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to your phone calls. Jay in Michigan. You're on the air, Jay. Go ahead.
Oh, Alex, it's amazing to talk to you finally. I want to let you know you're not in this alone. We're out there helping you out. I owe you a debt of gratitude. A year ago, I was stuck in a dead-end job and wasn't sure what to do, and me and my activist friends got together and we started making a couple films for a short series we were doing, and then we entered your Operation Paul Revere contest with a dream revered. So you already kind of know who I am, all right, even though we've never spoken before. And that really, started to change things when we got, a producer came on board that saw our film and wanted us to make another one, which turned into a pro-Second Amendment short called Dreams of a Gun-Free Zone, which was a really funny piece, and it's kind of gets the idea out there that we need to preserve the right for self-defense, Second Amendment. And we entered your Operation We Will Resist the TSA NSA contest as well with Spying for the NSA, another comedy video that we did, and we're looking to do another one. And my biggest question for you, though, was because I've been listening every day, and I haven't really heard any news on the current contest. And I know you guys are extremely busy over there. I can't even fathom the amount of energy and dedication it's got to take to fight this thing every day like you guys do. So, I mean, thank you for doing that. But
well, no, we have a great crew. It just seems like it all gets lost in the shuffle because I can't send all the tweets out. So when the magazine first came out, it was such a cool centerfold that I said, hey, I want to tweet that out. And then they tweeted another image of McAdoo with a 50 caliber rifle. And then I said again, send it out. And then I don't care. I just need to be sent the image, and then I can send it out. It's not a big deal. I'll do it. And no, I know. And this guy's talking about the contest. I'm talking about getting stuff done. My issue is we can just stop having contests because we can never do a contest the way everyone wants. What specifically do you want us to do with the contest?
Oh, not to put too much pressure on you guys or anything, but I mean, I was just curious, when it was going to be judged or whatever.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, we've had like 15 contests, and we've paid out on all of them. Like the $100,000 last year, we paid out on that. And when you get 400 entries and a couple hundred of them are good, you want to dole them all out and give them attention, and then we've got to take the time to watch them. And so it becomes the issue of we don't have a lot of contests for the very reason that it bogs down trying to accurately judge them. And then it also upsets people when they don't win. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I noticed that a lot there was a lot of bad sportsmanship with the last contest. But, I mean, and I can only imagine that's got to be a daunting task looking at all those videos. But, I mean, we're still going to be making videos over here. So if I could, I'd just like to give a shout-out, to plug our website. And You know, I mean, we go from there, you know, win or lose, you know what I'm saying? Really, it's about being active and waking other people up, and it does work. I mean, it does work. We've reached a lot of people with our efforts so far over here. So just want to say to everybody, HuronFilms.com, you know, we've already got 3 of them up there. We're going to be making another one, and we're working on a larger script right now. Thank you so much, Alex, man. You've really helped turn things around for me and a lot of people over here. So we really appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, and I mean, we're trying to get the people to take action. That's why we have contests on hanging up banners around the country that become a national story, on exposing vaccines, on exposing the NSA, TSA, because they're trying to intimidate bloggers and filmmakers and T-shirt makers that criticize the TSA or NSA. My answer is, okay, we'll have a $10,000 contest for videos exposing the TSA and NSA. And then, you know, I will try to judge it in the next few weeks, but it's quite frankly a blizzard of great entries. In fact, speaking of the devil, do we have the Joy Camp entry? We have that video. I want to play the Joy Camp entry that's up on Infowars.com right now if you're a radio listener and actually want to be able to watch that. You can go up to Infowars.com, and it is a video titled Video, TSA Now Hiring Even More Lazy and Abusive Screeners. Since they've tried to call bloggers and intimidate people and do cease and desist letters and shut down our videos that are parodies before. Since they don't like it, we're going to do more of it and shove the First Amendment down their throats. Now tweeted it. And that is awesome. Because I could have tweeted it, but I didn't have a digital copy of the centerfold of the magazine yet. But we've now tweeted the centerfold that will make socialists, commies, and anti-Americans cringe. It is a very nice lady, Leanne McAdoo, our reporter, with 2 50 cal rifle Barretts, with a bald eagle landing on the barrel of the rifle, and a Trans Am and another great hot rod with American flags on the license plates. Yeah, Chevelle, and it says Full Throttle Liberty. And it's got jets flying around with the red, white, and blue, and here's explosions in the background. So, again, it says torturing fake feminist since 1995, Infowars.com. We've now tweeted that at Real Alex Jones. We have done it. We should probably, I think we've already done, we should probably tweet the cover as well. Very powerful cover. In fact, this cover should probably be the featured news image today to get people talking. I mean, very powerful image produced by our great graphics department. Okay, now here's a top story that just broke. It's up on Infowars.com. And we're going to get to Mike Rogers trying to say that investigative journalists are terrorists coming up after the break and more calls. But U.S. Postal Service announces giant ammo purchase. That's right. Post Office joins other federal agencies stockpiling more than 2 billion rounds of ammo. The U.S. Postal Service is currently seeking companies that will provide assorted small arms ammunition in the near future. It's a January 31st. We're breaking this. USPS Supplies and Services Purchase Office posted at the notice of the Federal Business Opportunities website asking contractors to register with USPS as potential ammunition suppliers for a vast variety of cartridges. The United States Postal Service intends to solicit for assorted small arms ammunition. The notice reads, which also mentioned a deadline of February 10th. The Post Office published the notice just 2 days after Senator Rand Paul announced his proposal to remove a federal gun ban that prevents lawful concealed carry holders from carrying handguns inside post offices across the country. Ironically, the Postal Service isn't the first non-law enforcement agency seeking firearms and ammunition. Since 2001, the U.S. Department of Education has been building a massive arsenal. And then it just goes over all the rest of it. It's done a great job. We also had their hardening all these other facilities and have bought billions and billions of rounds. It's got to be 2.5 billion rounds of ammunition right now. And Kit just got this up. He's adding more to it as we speak. We'll also tweet that out during the break at Real Alex Jones. Postal Service joins massive federal arms buildup. That's what's going on. And you add to this all the armored vehicles local departments are getting and the heavy armored vehicles from Iraq and the training to take on the Tea Party and gun owners. I mean, it is a criminal takeover by foreign banks that run the derivatives and are totally gutting the country from one end to the other. I mean, they are slitting our throat from one ear to the other. It is unbelievable. We're going to go to break and come back with Senior congressman attempts to get FBI director to say investigative journalism is a crime. Calls Greenwald a thief selling stolen material. No, Congressman, you disgusting maggot. You, the globalists, have stolen our data and are selling it to all your friends and using it to corner the markets and take over. You are the thieves. You are the people with stolen data, violating the Fourth Amendment, you felon-supporting scumbag.
Now you can watch the InfoWars Nightly News streaming live as it happens for free.
Check it out at Infowars.com/show.
Speaking of the devil, senior congressman attempts to get FBI director to say investigative journalism is a crime. In a display that truly underscores why Congress has an approval rating lower than cockroaches, Representative Mike Rogers yesterday attempted to coerce the head of the FBI into an admission that investigative journalism, such as that undertaken by Edward Snowden backer Glenn Greenwald, equates to a crime under U.S. law. This is all part of Dianne Feinstein and the rest of them. Let's go to the disgusting clip that sends chills up everyone's spine over these cockroaches trying to hide their activities. They're the ones criminally stealing the data. Here it is.
There have been discussions about selling of access to this material
you stole, you piece of crap.
Outlets and other places.
Excuse me to talk like that. But
Mr. Comey, to the best of your knowledge, is fencing stolen material, is that a crime?
Yes, it is.
And would be selling the access of classified material that is stolen from the United States government. Would that be a crime?
You're illegally spying? That's what they released.
It's an issue that can be complicated if it involves a news gathering, a news promulgation function.
Is Clapper lying to us? Is that illegal?
Fencing or selling stolen property is a crime.
So if I'm a newspaper reporter or...
it's this guy, Mike Rogers, that is fencing it to Obama, saying he needs to handle the NSA and acting like he doesn't know what's going on. Congress is passing the buck as usual, like Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing, nothing. They're committing the crime. Investigative journalists are exposing it, jerk. Jerk. Let's go back to it.
Fill in the blank. And I sell stolen material. Is that legal because I'm a newspaper reporter?
Is it legal because you're a congressman?
Right. If you're a newspaper reporter and you're hawking stolen jewelry, it's still a crime.
And if I'm hawking stolen classified material,
and if you're covering up Benghazi or
possession
Fast and Furious,
for personal gain and profit, is that not a crime?
I think that's a harder question because it involves a news gathering function, could have First Amendment implications. It's something that probably be better answered by the Department of Justice.
So entering into a commercial enterprise to sell stolen material.
No, you had stolen material!
Acceptable to a legitimate news organization?
I'm not sure I'm able to answer that question in the abstract.
Yeah, they're trying to make it illegal to have courage and be legitimate.
And so if there are accomplices in purveying stolen information, should we be concerned about that?
We should be concerned about all the facts surrounding the theft of classified information and its promulgation.
And interesting that over the Munich conference, where we had individuals tell us that, in fact, there are individuals who are saying to be in possession of this information who are eager to sell this information to other news organizations.
The possession of your illegally obtained everyone's data, total crime, North Korea,
exercise on behalf of a
1984.
That's a question now you're getting from the general to the particular. I don't want to talk about the case in particular because it's an active investigation of ours.
Yeah, why aren't you prosecuting Clapper for lying to you?
Brokering and stolen information?
And
we are
saying
looking
you
at
don't
the
spy.
totality of the circumstances around the theft and promulgation.
They are encouraging the Congress there. The Congress is encouraging the FBI director to go persecute and arrest members of the press. And let me tell you, they get Greenwald, they're going to get everybody. They've already tried to arrest Greg Palast for covering toxic waste spills in Louisiana, claiming it violated Homeland Security to cover a power plant. Gray Lady, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, how you doing? Go ahead. Hi, yes, you are.
I'm doing good. I had a few comments to make, and at the end, I wanted to let you know I have a solution how we can take back America. But first, I'd like to comment on the police. A lot of police, they come on and say, oh, we're good cops. You know, I'm a good cop. To me, there is no good cop, and if they're going to allow there to be bad cops. 20 years ago, I stood up to the police. I got shoved all around. Thank God they weren't shooting us then. But I stood up to the police. Top cop in my area was on the force for years and years and years. And he used to confiscate drugs for his own use so he could pick up girls in bars. He was involved in counterfeiting. He was involved in a counterfeiting ring. He was involved in dog fighting. He was involved in all kind of illegal activities. And he tried to stop me from working for a humane officer to confiscate a dog that they had been watching.
No, I know. I mean, it's well known in criminology. The police like to act like it doesn't exist, but Serpico said everyone else in the narcotics department was on the take. And then it came out in court later that was true. Everyone else but him. It's the peer pressure. Even if they're not corrupt, they get forced into turning a blind eye or you get shot in the face. It's either a department's corrupt or it's not corrupt, is what I found. They either get totally corrupt or they're not corrupt at all. I mean, there'll be some corruption, but it's low level. And that's how cultures work. And I hear you and I appreciate your call. Laura in Florida wants to talk about police as well. Go ahead, Laura.
Hi, Alex.
Hey.
The whole lady just said she had the answer. I think I've got the real answer for the whole world. One of the problems, and first, thank you to you and to all the people that the intellects out there trying to get the information out so people can learn. And as you know, there's like bad information out there too. So ultimately, from what I can tell, it comes down to language. David Wynn Miller, he says that he admits there's a corruption. He talks about making these no contracts and stuff like that. Well, if you apply the same thing to our language, and you find that we've missed like 2/3 of it, now we've lost that much.
Oh yeah, they're destroying the language, just like 1984 talks about with Ingsoc. By the way, just breaking an underground fire at a nuclear storage facility in New Mexico. The AP is reporting no video yet. We'll obviously be covering that on the nightly news tonight at 7 o'clock. Ma'am, I'm going to jump. Thank you so much. There it is, AP. Fire prompts evacuation of nuclear repository. I was just saying those are safer than at the nuclear plants. Emergency crews are battling a fire in a federal government's underground nuclear waste repository in southeastern New Mexico. Officials say a truck hauling salt caught fire about 11 a.m. Wednesday at the waste isolation pilot plant near Carlsbad, New Mexico. According to a press release and a spokesman, the answer to the emergency line, all employees have been evacuated and the radioactive waste has been and none of the radioactive waste has been impacted. You don't know if any of that's true. It's probably true, but it might not be. That's the problem. You can't believe known liars.
The InfoWars crew absolutely loves coffee because we love being awake. And I am somewhat of a connoisseur of coffee. So many times you go to a restaurant or even to a coffee shop and the coffee tastes like garbage. And in all the different coffees I've tried, my favorite is grown in the high mountains, in shade, Arabica, on the border with Guatemala in southern Mexico by the Chiapas farmers. I make sure we've done the research. I make sure it's the very best product that we can offer you when I put my name on it. And I believe, and it's my taste, so you may differ, that this is the best coffee in the world from southern Mexico. Wake Up America Patriot Blend, 100% organic, Arabica shade grown. And then we have the Immune Support, 100% organic coffee, infused with a special type of mushroom known to boost the immunity.
This coffee is seriously so smooth. I normally have to douse my coffee with cream and sugar and cinnamon and all kinds of tasty treats, but I drink this black. It is so good.
Well, that's why I like it, is that it has a kick, it has really good caffeine in it, it has a good clean wake up that lasts for a long time, doesn't give me a headache, but it's so smooth, it's so delicious. Just try it out for yourself. I'm telling you, this is my favorite coffee. We went through a lot of trouble to bring you this. Just try it, and I think you'll be hooked like we are here at InfoWars. Well, folks, find out for yourself and support the information war today. It's all available at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.